Hello, everybody, and welcome into tonight's broadcast. And on this Friday, it is a Friday treat of 4 Sweet 16 matchups in the 2022 NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament. I'll be covering 2 of those 4 games tonight. I'll be bouncing back and forth between both the St. Peter's Purdue game, which is already underway in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I'll also be covering the Kansas Providence game, which is just about to start in a matter of moments from Chicago, Illinois. It should be a fun couple hours here. Sit back and enjoy, folks, as I will start off with that St. Peter's Purdue game, which, as mentioned, is already underway. St. Peter's, the Cinderella story of this NCAA tournament, becoming just the third ever 15 seed to make it to the Sweet 16. And they are trying to become the first ever 15 seed to make it as far as the Elite Eight. It's a decent start for the Peacocks, 14-13. St. Peter's in front. We have 11:21 remaining in the first half. A foul called against St. Peter's, a small Division I program in the MAC Conference from Jersey City, New Jersey, only about 90 plus miles from Wells Fargo Center, where this game is taking place in Philadelphia. And what an opportunity for these young players, and what a run it's been, beating Kentucky first, which was unbelievable, and then backing it up with a W against Murray State. Here's St. Peter's in transition. Jalen Murray will pass to the right wing, and it's bobbled and taken away by Purdue. Purdue on the fast break, and an easy 2 points put in by Jaden Ivey. Ivey, one of the star players for this Boilermakers team. Just under 11 minutes remaining here in the opening half. Ivey in the second round against Texas had 18 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Here's a 3 from long range. No good off the glass by Doug Eddert. Purdue launches a 3 of their own. That won't fall for Jaden Ivey. It's Purdue by 1 midway through the opening half in Philadelphia. The winner to the Elite Eight, where they'll face either UNC or UCLA. That game will be later tonight at the same venue. Here's a mid-range jumper. No good, but an offensive rebound by Jalen Murray. He'll reset up top with Eddert and back to Murray. Over to the left wing, it's Fousseyni Dramé. Dramé driving, rejected inside. It's off of Purdue, so it'll stay with the Peacocks. St. Peter's, over the last week, has quickly become a fan favorite, understandably so, for this unbelievable Cinderella run. Cinderella story. Eddert, corner 3, too strong. It's a rebound by Purdue. And on the fast break, this is where they can be dangerous. Ivey kicks out. Good look from 3, in and out, offensive board, and a foul on the putback. Caleb First will head to the free throw line with 9:49 left in the half. What's good, Jeffrey? Welcome into the stream. The Red Sox lost earlier. All right. I didn't even know that. I don't really follow spring training that closely, but thanks for letting me know there, Jeffrey. What a tournament this has been. Houston defeated Arizona last night for their second consecutive Elite Eight appearance. Gonzaga knocked out by Arkansas. So 2 number 1 seeds going down last night in both Gonzaga and Arizona. Kansas, the lone number 1 seed remaining in the tournament. Meanwhile, Duke with a big win against Texas Tech to keep Mike Krzyzewski's coaching career alive. He survives another day. Of course, Coach K will be retiring at the end of the season. Both free throws were good. It's 17-14. In the last 3 games, St. Peter's opponents have averaged 31 free throws. Eddert's 3 is good. A good look from the left wing, and one of the leaders of this team makes no mistake. It's 17-17. Eddert averaging 9.7 points per game, shooting 47% from the field, 2.5 rebounds on average. Peacocks 3 of 10 from 3-point range. Now the Boilermakers looking to reclaim the lead, passed inside, and a 3-second violation against Purdue. The pass was intended for Zach Edey, who is the tallest player in Big Ten history. That catch and shoot three from Edert, absolutely lethal. And he's getting hot at the right time, to say the least. In his last three postseason games, 20 points in the MAC champ, 20 in round one, 13 in round two. He has really elevated his game to another level when the stakes have become higher. In some trouble, but kicking out his dasher. And that's thrown away. The pass off the mark intended for Isaiah Dasher. St. Peter's turns it over. 8:52 left in the half and a very even first half so far. 3 turnovers for St. Peter's Peacocks now. Purdue, on the other hand, with 5 turnovers. And Purdue will try to get through the full court press here as St. Peter's backs off, and Purdue have Hunter, First, Edey, Ivy, and Stefanovic on the court. That's a great steal. Jalen Murray pounces on that one and tries to lay it in. No good, but a foul called, and he'll head to the line. That was a great heads-up play by Murray. And he is a very good free throw shooter as well. The pass there by Edey intercepted, picked off. A heads-up play by Murray. So a couple of free throws here. The St. Peacocks team, not many knew about just over a week ago, and now the whole country knows all about him. Murray averages 5.9 points per game. He knocks down the first free throw as Purdue will make a substitution. Checking in is Mason Gillis. Both free throws are good, and it's a 2-point lead for the Peacocks. We've already had 2 ties, 5 lead changes. Biggest lead was 5 by Purdue earlier in the half. This is Gillis on the right wing. Gillis guarded tightly. He'll find Edey. Edey now will pass it off. Eric Hunter driving left side, feeds Edey down low, and an easy dunk for the big man. 19-19, we're level again. 8 minutes left in the first half. The Sweet 16 of the NCAA men's basketball tournament. Good pull-up, and it's a swoosh. There was Jalen Murray for 2, and St. Peter's back in front. Murray has 4 points. That was his first field goal of the game. Now it's Gillis to Edey, top of the key, and once again, Edey throws it away, and they rule it St. Peter's basketball. There was hesitancy on the decision from the officials. Purdue furious. Ivy in particular, he thought it took a deflection, but it's given to the Peacocks. St. Peter's, the Cinderella story of the tournament, leading Purdue 21-19 with 7.5 to go in the opening half. All right, let's head over to Providence in Kansas for the first time tonight. This game taking place in Chicago, and it is 4-4, just over 5 minutes in. A very low-scoring start as that ball is out of bounds. Providence from the Big East, Kansas from the Big 12. It's a good matchup with a spot in the Elite 8 up for grabs. This game also heading into a media timeout, so I'll step aside for a quick moment, but when I return, it's back to the St. Peter's and Purdue game. So stick around. It's March Madness Sweet 16 action. Back in a moment. And welcome back in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's a 21-19 lead for St. Peter's, the 15 seed over the Purdue Boilermakers, the 3 seed here in the East region. St. Peter's just about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Philadelphia. So a great crowd supporting them. Of course, many Purdue fans also making the trip. St. Peter's currently on a 9-game winning streak, which is in fact the longest active streak in the NCAA. St. Peter's, believe it or not, in the regular season finished second in their conference, the MAC conference. Iona was the 1 seed, but Iona was upset in the conference semis. St. Peter's ended up winning the conference tournament, obviously, to get to March Madness. And, well, the rest is history. Here we go out of the timeout. Daryl Banks will get it back from Clarence Rupert. Banks over to the left wing. Now it's Sendefo. Passed underneath. Tough shot. Good. It's not an easy layup there, but able to convert was Casey Sendefo. Or rather, I beg your pardon, that was Rupert. And Sendefo with the assist. Rupert has 9 points here for the Peacocks. Pull up jumper short. The miss there by Eric Hunter. St. Peter's up by 4. Here's Matthew Lee. Floater short, and Purdue has the rebound. It's a 3-on-2 emerging at the other end. Pass to the left wing, open 3, got it. Knocked down by Sasha Stefanovic. And it's back to a 1-point game. 23-22 in St. Peter's favor. Stefanovic has 2 threes for 6 points tonight. Spin move by Lee. His pass to the corner deflected out. So it'll stay St. Peter's basketball with 13 on the shot clock. Lee will get it back off the inbounds pass. 6 to shoot. Lee. Step back 3. No, not quite. And the rebound contested for, but a foul spotted against Hassan Drame. The Drame brothers, both from Mali in Africa. Also, Jerry Ngopad is from the Central African Republic. Meanwhile, Mohamed So is from Senegal. So a good international mix on the St. Peter's team. Purdue looking for an opportunity, but it's blocked. Denied there was Jaden Ivey. And here come the Peacocks in transition. Catch and shoot 3, too strong on the attempt by Banks. The Boilermakers will slow it down here. Running the point, Eric Hunter. Hunter finds Gillis left wing. And into the lane, turning around and passing it off is Williams. A foul called on the shot by Gillis, and he'll earn a trip to the free throw line. Shaheen Holloway, the head coach of St. Peter's, and what a job he's done. Just his 3rd year in charge of the program, and he has done a remarkable job, and that's an understatement. Meanwhile, Purdue is led by Matt Painter. At the line for Purdue is Gillis for 2 shots. First one drops in. Checking back in for St. Peter's is Doug Eddert. He's had the hot hand this tournament for St. Peter's. In fact, the whole team really has. About the St. Peter's defense during this current 9-game winning streak, only allowing 56 points on average, limiting their opponents to 33% shooting. Both free throws good from Gillis, and it's a 1-point lead for Purdue, 24-23 in Philly. 5 minutes left in the half. Here is Matthew Lee, the alley-oop, and it's thrown down by one of the smaller players on the floor, Daryl Banks. St. Peter's back in front. It's the 7th lead change of the night already. Now Purdue looking to answer. Corner three, good. Stefanovic has another. That's his 3rd of the night. And Purdue leads by 2. What's good, Jeffrey? Welcome in. Great to see you, man. So Purdue has a 2-point lead. St. Peter's, the chance to tie. That pass finds its way to Eddard in the corner. He'll find Ndefo. Ndefo with 5 to shoot. Bodies his way inside. Shot rolls off the rim, and Purdue has possession. That pass thrown away. Miscommunication, and Ivy with the turnover. Peacocks in transition. The reverse layup no good, but an offensive rebound. It's collected by Matthew Lee, and the Peacocks will slow it down. Here is Ndefo. You're doing very good. Great to hear. You got 114 subscribers now. That's awesome, man. As that basket's good, and they'll count it. Plus the foul. How about that from St. Peter's? 3:46 left in the opening half. It's a tie ball game. And well, the St. Peter's fans are out in full force. The and one from Clarence Rupert. We're all level late first half in Philadelphia. All right, with that game heading into a commercial break, I will step aside for a quick moment, but when I return, it's back out to Providence, Kansas. Stick around. I'll be back in a moment. Welcome back in, everybody. 13-6. It's Kansas leading Providence in the early stages of this Sweet 16 matchup from Chicago, Illinois. 11:55 remaining in the first half. Kansas, the lone 1 seed remaining in this tournament. 2 1 seeds eliminated last night. What a night it was. Gonzaga and Arizona both bounced out. So far, Remy Martin with 7 points for Kansas. The rest of the team has 6. Obviously, if you're Kansas, you'd like to see some other players step up, but my goodness, what a talent Remy Martin is. Such a great ball handler, a sharpshooter from anywhere you like, and also a playmaker for this Jayhawks team. And Providence so far hasn't had an answer. We'll see what they can do here out of the timeout. Friars ball. They'll inbound from the baseline, trailing by 7. Providence, the lone New England team left in March Madness. Corner 3 here, too strong. It's an air ball from Noah Horchler, excuse me. Now Kansas with the possession. Ochai Agbaji now down low in the post with Mitch Lightfoot. Lightfoot, hook shot, in and out, and the rebound fought for. It's last off of Kansas. Touched by Jalen Wilson, and it will be Providence basketball. Providence shooting 0 for 5 from three-point range so far, and that's knocked loose. It is Providence ball. Good effort there from behind by Remy Martin. Drive left side, and a nice rejection from behind. Denied there was Al Durham, and it's Kansas at the other end. Martin driving left side, halts at the baseline, kicks it out. Up top, it's Jalen Wilson. Wilson passes to Lightfoot, who hits the deck, somehow kept the dribble, and it's reset with Wilson up top. Martin with 8 to shoot. Remy Martin, the step back triple, too short, and the rebound collected by Ed Crosswell. The Friars on a significant scoring drought. Nice crossover move by Jared Bynum, and he draws the foul against Martin. It will be on the floor. A reminder that the Division I women's basketball tournament, Sweet 16, continues tomorrow. Half of those Sweet 16 matchups taking place today. Women's tournament has been pretty entertaining as well. Couple of surprise upsets in that tournament. Typically, historically speaking, there's more upsets on the men's side, but the women's side has had its fair share of upsets, if not close games anyways, between lower seeds that really weren't given a chance. Here's Bynum off the screen. Bynum has his pass deflected. He'll recover in the backcourt, but just 5 to shoot. Bynum fakes the shot, drives inside, and the underhand shot is good. Smooth as you like from Jared Bynum. And Providence end the scoring drought. It's 13-8 Kansas. That pass saved by Braun. Martin back outside. And Brown can't convert. The rebound collected by Durham. Durham finds Bynum. Bynum, why not a three? Too strong. Offensive rebound with it underneath is Crosswell. Crosswell rejected by a couple of Jayhawks. And it's off of Providence, Kansas basketball. A great effort by Crosswell, but just too much defense from Kansas. And Crosswell rejected by a couple of Kansas players, Agbaji and Martin, it looked like. And look at that, the Jayhawks on the season averaging 4.1 blocks. Tonight they already have 6, and we're only a quarter through the game. No points for Kansas in the last 3.5 minutes or so. They're trying to end a drought of their own. Here is Agbaji faking a three as Braun. Now he launches off the mark. Rebound by A.J. Reeves. Providence shot 12 of 22 from 3 in the second round against Richmond. They're 0 for 6 tonight. There's Bynum. Pull-up jumper off the back iron. Martin the other way. Deep 2. Got it. And Kansas ends its scoring drought. 15-8. Jayhawks in front. And Remy Martin has 9 points on 4 of 5 shooting. Eight and a half to go in the first half. Bynum for the Friars. 10 on the shot clock. Bynum kicks to the corner. Contested 3. Way off the mark from Durham. And here comes Kansas on the fast break. Brown in the corner will find Martin. Martin drives, and what a rejection. The block underneath by Justin Minaya. No, actually, Jeffrey, I do not. I can't remember where Jim Larinaga went to school. I know who the Miami coach is, but I can't. No, I can't remember where he went to school. He went to school locally, right? Around here in New England. I can't remember. You got to tell me that one. Here's Remy Martin to Jalen Wilson. Wilson to the left wing with Harris. Dwan Harris thought about the shot. Pass is tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Jayhawks. They'll have 6 to shoot after the media timeout. We've got just under 8 minutes left here in the opening half, and it's a low-scoring defensive battle. 15-8, Kansas in front of Providence. All right, let's check in on that St. Peter's Purdue game, and it looks like they have reached the half. They have. St. Peter's 29, Purdue 33 is the score. Oh, we played at Providence. There you go, Jeffrey. Very good. So, yeah, St. Peter's, Purdue at the half. It's Purdue with the 4-point edge at the break. So, I'll step aside for a moment. When I return, it's back out to Kansas, Providence. So, stick around for more coverage of these Sweet 16 matchups in the NCAA men's basketball tournament. Welcome back in Chicago. It's 15-8, Kansas leading Providence with 7:54 remaining in the first half of action. The winner to the Elite Eight. So much at stake. And the first weekend of the tournament is, of course, so fun with all those games going on at once. But then once you reach the second weekend of the tournament, it really is down to business where it is the best of the best remaining. And this is the weekend where we will have the final 4 set by Sunday evening. Providence 0 for 7 from 3-point range. They were 8 for 22 in the first round against South Dakota State, 12 of 22 in the last round against Richmond, but cold tonight from long range. Meanwhile, Kansas has just made one of their last 7 field goal attempts as Martin knocks down the fadeaway. Shot clock was against him, but he was still able to convert 17-8. Kansas by 9. Providence has had 6 more of their shots blocked than field goals made. A 4-to-6 ratio there. Kansas has its largest lead of the night. Bynum in possession for the Friars. 7 to shoot. Bynum, bounce pass, fade away, no good. The miss there by Horchler, and it will stay with the Friars. Shot clock reset to 20. 7:16 to go in the opening half. Horchler to inbound, and look at that shooting from both teams, really. Providence 4 of 22. Kansas 8 of 22 from the field. With it is Al Durham. Durham kicks out. 3-pointer. No good. Another 3-point miss. That makes it 0 for 8 so far today. Now it's Remy Martin. Martin drives inside, the left-handed layup, no good. And Watson has the rebound. Ahead it goes to Breed, I beg your pardon. Allen Breed kicks it out. Three-pointer right wing. Missed again. That time it was Reeves, and it will be Providence basketball. Last touch by Kansas, but my goodness, the Providence three-point shooting is mightily cold. Meanwhile, Kansas really being carried by Remy Martin. He has 11 of Kansas' 17 points. It's been a sloppy game thus far in Chicago. So we inbounded from the baseline. Pump fake on the three by Horchler. Now he'll find Breed at the top of the key. Defended by Brown. Breed keeps his pivot down low. Pass saved along the sideline. And the shot hits the side of the, beyond the side of the backboard. Out of bounds. It was another sloppy possession for Providence, who has no points in the last 4 minutes. You can tell head coach Ed Cooley a bit frustrated. You also have to give credit to Kansas. They have stepped it up defensively. Deep two on the way. In and out. A miss there for Jalen Wilson, but a foul. It's on the rebound. .602 to get into double digits. To 8, Kansas leads it. A looping pass into Lightfoot, and now the floater on the way, too strong by Harris. Providence the other way. One field goal in the last 7 minutes for the Friars. Trying to change that now. Nice move down low, but the layup no good by Watson. He was defended nicely. Here is Harris. Harris to Wilson. Jalen Wilson, stop and start move. Can't bank it in, but the follow-up, no good. Third try, a charm. It's Jalen Wilson for 2, and Kansas has a 19-8 lead with 5.5 left in the first half, and a timeout called by Providence coach Ed Cooley. The Jayhawks, well, haven't been great, but much better than Providence, who has been horrific shooting-wise. Timeout on the floor, as the other game between St. Peter's and Purdue is currently at the half as we speak. And that game, 33-29 in Purdue's favor. While that Kansas-Providence game is at a timeout, I'll just kind of talk about that opening half between St. Peter's and Purdue. Tell you what, St. Peter's, they have a shot here. Purdue did end the half on with a little bit of momentum, I'd say. But it's just a 4-point lead. The largest lead tonight has been 5 for Purdue, and that was pretty early on in the game. But St. Peter's is showing, just like in the previous 2 rounds, that they can stick with their opponent. And the fact that they beat Kentucky in the first round shows that Purdue is not going to faze them. I mean, Purdue is a very good program, but I think St. Peter's has done a good job capitalizing on Purdue turnovers. The Boilermakers, for my liking, turning the ball over a bit too often, and that's been a bit of a problem for them. Just sometimes some miscommunication, some sloppy play on occasion on offense from Purdue. And the St. Peter's team is so quick in transition that they make you pay. So those opportunities in transition have been capitalized upon by St. Peter's so far in this game. Meanwhile, in the Providence-Kansas game, which I'm also covering here tonight, well, as I mentioned, it's been some poor shooting on both sides. It feels like Remy Martin's the only player who's showing up tonight, as Kansas has itself an 11-point lead. And yeah, Martin's been red hot so far in this game. 5.5 left in the first half. They're still in a timeout. Martin has 11 of the 19 Jayhawks points. Agbaji and Brown with 2 points apiece. And while Providence none of their players are knocking down shots. And a big reason why they were able to cruise to that second round victory against Richmond was because they couldn't miss from 3-point range, basically. But that's been a different story tonight. They can't make a single shot from 3-point range. I think they're now 0 for 8, perhaps 0 for 9 from beyond the arc. So the Friars are going to have to change something up, because if they keep this up, and even if Kansas offense plays a little bit better, Kansas could start really taking off in this game. So Providence is lucky they're only down by 11, in my opinion, because it's been atrocious shooting. In the reason it's only an 11-point game is because Kansas themselves haven't been great from the field. So it has been an interesting opening 15 minutes in that game. Not necessarily how I thought that game would play out, but we'll see if that changes in the final few minutes of the half, and of course, heading into the second half. So that St. Peter's Purdue game still at halftime. They're inching closer to the start of the second half. It's 33-29, Purdue up at the break. Of course, more Sweet 16 action later tonight. The late game should not disappoint. UCLA taking on North Carolina. The blue blood matchup, as they're calling it. And of course, Iowa State also taking on Miami. All right, let's head back over, shall we, to that Providence-Kansas game. They just got out of the timeout moments ago and are back underway. Providence did get a basket. So they just got a basket, the Friars did, to make it a 19-10 game. Under 5 left in the first half. Here is Brown over to Harris. Harris thought about the three, now finds Wilson. Long range shot rattles home for the triple. 22-10, it's the Jayhawks by a dozen. Just the second 3-point make for Kansas, but compared to Providence, that's really good. Providence 0 for 10 from 3. Bounce pass inside, a double team on Horschler. And Horschler, did he draw a foul, or was it a 3-second lane violation? I think it was a foul in the end. So Providence get a fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock. Bynum, the bounce pass to Durham. Back outside to Bynum. Now 10 to shoot. Bynum into the paint. Can't shoot. Instead finds Durham. Durham driving inside. Tough shot. Couldn't bank it home. The follow-up no good. Third chance put in on the follow by Justin Minaya. 22-12. It's a 10-point game. Good look from 3. No good. Brown was looking for the foul. Didn't get the call. Bynum at the other end. Stop and start move. He'll dribble along the baseline and reset here on the left wing. Now a one-on-one matchup. The floater left short by Nate Watson. A transition 3 won't go. And the rebound collected by Horschler. 3:10 remaining in the opening half from Chicago. This game started at 6:29 local time. And that will be a blocking foul. So earning a trip to the line is Nate Watson. And we have a timeout on the floor. 22-12, it's Kansas leading Providence with 3:05 left in the first half. More action to come in that game. Meanwhile, I will get you set for the second half between Purdue and St. Peter's, which is just a few minutes away now. As I mentioned moments ago, later on tonight, it'll be UNC, UCLA, the Tar Heels, and the Bruins. I am really looking forward to that matchup. I would have loved to commentate that game. It's just a really late start. Well, I know it's a Friday night, but for me, I've had a long week at school, so I'm gonna be tired by then. I'm still gonna try to stay up for it, but I certainly won't have enough energy to commentate the game, even though I would love to, quite frankly. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. Should be a good one. North Carolina, after that huge win last weekend against Baylor in the second round, certainly have, I think, a good shot at knocking off the Tar Heels, at knocking off the Bruins, I should say. UCLA, I don't know. I'm still not entirely sold on UCLA. I think they're a very good team. I had them beating Baylor in this round in my bracket, and they've been solid. Don't get me wrong. In this tournament so far, I'm just not sure if this is the same UCLA team we saw make a run last year. I mean, after all, yes, UCLA is in the Sweet 16. I understand that, but I think they're in real danger of being on upset alert tonight. I think this North Carolina team is playing with a ton of confidence, understandably so, after beating a one seed in the last round, in the second round. Um, and there's something about this Tar Heels team that makes me feel like they can spring a surprise. What's good, Isaac? Glad to see you, Isaac. Hope you're doing well, man. Great to see you here on this Friday night as I am covering a couple of Sweet 16 matchups, both the Purdue St. Peter's game and Providence, Kansas. Providence, Kansas, currently in a timeout. I'll get you back there in a moment. Meanwhile, it is still halftime here in the St. Peter's Purdue game. Uh, just looking ahead to that enticing matchup later on between North Carolina and UCLA. Um, I don't know. I still think UCLA will pull through, but that's going to be a game that comes down to the wire. I can almost guarantee you that. I'd be surprised if that's, uh, a 10-point game or more. I think that's a single-digit game that comes down to the wire. We shall see. It's one to look forward to later on tonight, but for now, the focus is on these two Sweet 16 encounters. What's good, Adam? Welcome into the stream, my man. Hope all is well. Yeah, you have a fantastic weekend too, Adam. Appreciate you stopping by. Will I do any games tomorrow night, Jeffrey? Yeah, actually, I'm around tomorrow night. So I am planning to do the Arkansas Duke game. I'm actually really looking forward to that game. So yeah, I'm planning to do Arkansas Duke as I go back to the Providence, Kansas game where Nate Watson is at the line for two shots and he misses the first. What's up, Ryan? Welcome in. I appreciate you stopping by, Ryan. Hope all is well with yourself. We all know how this is going to go down. Yeah, I mean, it has been a rough start for Providence as Watson misses both free throws, and Providence has only 12 points with 3 minutes left in the first half. The Friars shooting 6 of 32 from the field. You think Duke's taking it all? All right. Wow. Yeah, that would be crazy if Duke beats UNC along the way, and that's a real possibility that those two face off as the shot is good. A bit of an off balance shot there by Jalen Wilson and Kansas once again up by a dozen. Two and a half to go here in the opening half. In possession is Jared Bynum. Screen set by Watson. Bynum to the corner. Three, no good. My goodness, the Providence shooting just gets worse and worse. Remy Martin will slow it down. Providence now 0 for 11 from beyond the arc. Martin moves off a screen. It's knocked away and stolen by Watson. Watson loops it ahead for Bynum. Bynum over to the left wing. Wide open three. It's good. At last, Providence connects from downtown. It's Al Durham with the triple. The first 3-point field goal made with 1:45 to go in the half. 24-15, and maybe that will give the Friars the boost they need. And that might be coming to fruition in front of our eyes. An offensive foul called against the Jayhawks. .138 left here in the opening half of play. Yes, those are soccer balls behind me, Matthew. 9-point game, Providence in possession. AJ Reeves will find out Durham. Durham to the corner. Horschler a three. In and out. Oh, Watson nearly grasped out to collect the rebound, couldn't quite do so. Kansas out rebounding Providence 27-22. No, they're not mine. As Adam said, those are my dad's. Yeah, my dad used to coach college soccer, so each ball represents 100 wins in his NCAA college soccer coaching career, and they were each signed by his players. So no, no, Adam's right. No, because other people have asked me before what they were. Adam's not a weirdo. Adam's a good guy. Do I like Al Durham? Yeah, yeah, I like Al Durham. I like this whole Providence team. I've been following them throughout the season. I mean, I'm from New England, so I only live about 30 minutes from Providence College. As that jumper is knocked down, and Kansas has an 11-point lead. Yes, the scarves were all collected by my dad. Yeah, those are just some of them on camera. There's like 20 others along the wall that you can't see on camera. 15 seconds left in the half. Kansas leading by 11 in a low scoring contest here in the Sweet 16. 5 on the shot clock. Durham, three-pointer. No good, but a foul called, and he'll have 3 shots at the free throw line. Wow. That is a bad foul to take there for Kansas because it was really a possession where Durham just held it the entire time, launched a three as the shot clock was running out. What's my dad's name? My dad's name is Luigi. Yeah, there was contact on the left arm, no doubt about it. That's the right call by the officials. As Durham will miss the first free throw. Providence struggling at the line. Durham goes 1 for 2, and it looks like a timeout will be called. So 5.3 seconds remaining in the opening half. It's 26-17. Kansas in front as Bill Self will look to drop a play. We'll see what they can do on the last possession of the half. Meanwhile, St. Peter's and Purdue returning from halftime. I'm just going to head over to that game now, since there's only 5 seconds left in the half between Kansas and Providence. We get ready to resume play in Philadelphia. A look at the first half stats. St. Peter shot 39% from the field, Purdue 50% from the field. The Peacocks 3 of 13 from 3, Purdue 4 of 9. Purdue did have 5 more turnovers than St. Peter's, however. So it sets up for an intriguing second half as we're just about set to tip it off. What's good, Juice Zone? Welcome in. Go St. Peter's. That's right. We got Kurt in the house as well. I'm also pulling for St. Peter's. I mean, unless you're a Purdue fan, I think everyone is pulling for the St. Peter's Peacocks, and I've been impressed by their defense so far in this game. What a great story they have been so far. And yeah, I'm hoping they pull it off, trying to become the first ever 15 seed to make it to the Elite Eight. They're only the third ever 15 seed to make it to the Sweet 16. And funny enough, one of those other 2 teams that made it to the Sweet 16 was Oral Roberts just last year as the 15 seed. Of course, had that upset, huge upset against Ohio State to get that run started. And St. Peter's starting this magical run with a massive upset themselves, beating Kentucky in overtime and then backing it up with a win over Murray State. I hope not, Adam. I mean, it is only a 9-point game at the half, so we'll see if Providence can can get their offense awake in that second half. It's not like Kansas was shooting well either, as Clarence Rupert couldn't put it in, but it will stay with St. Peter's. We're underway here in the second half. It's handed back off to Matthew Lee. Halfway through the shot clock, it's Hassan Drame. Drame feeds it inside, and then Defo banks it in off the glass. 33-31, a 2-point game, early second half. And here comes some full court press action from the Peacocks. The Boilermakers into the front court, and a foul called against Purdue. An offensive foul. And I think that might have been against Ivy. How about in Defo, the spin move and the soft touch off the glass and in on that last St. Peter's possession. I know it, Adam. I know it, man. Being Portuguese, I was more than pleased to see that result, and I was shocked as well. I saw the end of that Italy-North Macedonia game. Just crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Italy not going to the World Cup once more. Insane. I am planning to call that Portugal-North Macedonia game on Tuesday. Gillis to Stefanovic. Now it's Edey. Outside it goes. Deep three short on the attempt by Ivy, and its last touch by Purdue. St. Peter's ball here in a close one. Yeah, Edey had a really good start in this game, but he's since been quieted down. He doesn't have a single rebound, actually. 7 points for one of the tallest players in the country, if not the tallest. Oh, they get the bounce. How about that? The jumper converted by Daryl Banks, and the watch party back in St. Peter's is a fun one right now. The crowd going crazy there at the St. Peter's gym, where students and fans are cheering on their team who couldn't make the trip to Philly. Meanwhile, a foul called here against the Peacocks, and, well, Clarence Rupert can't believe it. That's his third as he reached in on Edey. So he will certainly have to be careful the rest of the way, as Shaheen Holloway will take him out for a moment. It's passed into the corner by Purdue. Gillis to Edey. Edey down low. A shot no good, and it's St. Peter's ball. The defense of St. Peter's has been really impressive. Great work there. Such a mismatch with Edey sizing up Umar Diahame, but Diahame just defended him well and forced the shot to miss just barely. And St. Peter's responds with the basket. And at the other end, it's KC and Defo who puts the Peacocks in front. And a near steal there by St. Peter's, but a reach and foul called against Ndefo. Yeah, I know. Wild stuff from North Macedonia yesterday. I mean, credit to them. And yeah, Portugal can't take them lightly. You're right. I mean, while Portugal is very lucky to get them instead of Italy, you still can't take them lightly. That's for sure. By the way, now Ndefo, along with Rupert, has 3 fouls. So those are 2 of the star players on the St. Peter's team who are in foul trouble early in the second half. What's good, OG? 100%, man. St. Peter's certainly has a shot. They're playing well once again. Oh, and that was a foul. Getting tripped down low is Matthew Lee. It's on the floor. St. Peter's will keep possession. 17:07 to go in the game. Yeah, this is a valiant effort from St. Peter's. They're no fluke. I mean, they are red hot right now. They have not a 9-game win streak, which is the longest active streak in the NCAA. Catch and shoot, corner 3, no good. The miss there by Banks. Purdue the other way. An 8-0 run for St. Peter's. Oh, what a crossover move, but the three no good by Eric Hunter. St. Peter's will try to counter. This is Banks. Banks rolls off a screen, kicks out way downtown, and that one rolls off for Matthew Lee. I beg your pardon. Yeah, that was Lee. Now Purdue at the other end, layup no good. Offensive rebound by Edey. Pump fake, Ivy kicks, three-point attempt, short. Offensive rebound after the Stefanovic miss. Gillis will sling it along the perimeter. Here is Jaden Ivy, I beg your pardon. And Ivy will be fouled. The whistle there against St. Peter's Umar Diahame. If your team's eliminated, would it be all right if you jump on the Peacock bandwagon? Yeah, 100% OG. Are you just saying that as a question in general, or to me personally? But yeah, absolutely. I mean, why not, man? I think everyone's jumping on the St. Peter's bandwagon at this time if their team isn't in it. They're a fantastic story. That was Diahame's second personal foul. Stefanovic, catch and shoot triple off the mark. And there to scoop up the rebound was Isaiah Dasher. The Peacocks up by 2 over the Boilermakers. This is Fousseyni Drame. Now Matthew Lee over to the left wing with Drame. Drame inside, contact drawn, and free throws coming up. That was Hassan Drame. The two Drame brothers, a great story. They grew up in Mali, moved to the U.S., and here they are trying to bring St. Peter's to the Elite Eight as a 15 seed. 15:43 left in the half. They will head to a timeout. Wow. St. Peter's putting up a great fight here. Meanwhile, over in the Kansas Providence game, they are still currently at halftime, and it is Kansas leading Providence 26-17 at the break. I kind of touched on it moments ago, but it was a sloppy first half to say the least. And I wasn't really expecting it to go that way. I wasn't. Yeah, a lot of sloppy play, particularly from Providence, who for a long time there um, had just 8 points. They didn't reach double digits, I think, till like 4 minutes left or rather 5 minutes left in the first half, something like it. So yeah, the Friars were just atrocious from the field. They finally hit that three. They had a little bit of momentum for a minute or two. And it is just a 9-point game at the break because Kansas has really depended too much on Remy Martin's ability on offense. In my opinion, no other player on Kansas has really found any consistency in their shooting game. I have been impressed with the Jayhawks defense, it has to be said. I mean, yeah, Providence has had some good looks and has missed a lot of shots, but also Kansas has had some nice defensive stops. So you also have to give them that when all is said and done. But I really expect the quality to pick up in the second half. And I think the first 4 minutes of the second half are going to be huge for Providence because if Providence can't get the offense going, then they're not going to come back point blank. So that game's still at the half. I'll be taking a quick 30-second break. I'll be back in a moment to return to that Purdue St. Peter's game. Stick around. All right, welcome back in, everybody. St. Peter's and Purdue in a battle here. Meanwhile, the other game I'm covering, Providence, Kansas, at halftime, Remy Martin putting on a show in the first half, and he's been just about the only one doing that. 26-17, Kansas leads at the break. The winner of that game will play the winner of Iowa State and Miami, a battle of the 11 and 10 seed in that region. That game will tip off at approximately 9:59 Eastern Time. Meanwhile, in this matchup here between St. Peter's and Purdue, Kevin Warren, the Big Ten commissioner, in attendance for this one. Purdue, now the lone Big Ten team remaining in this tournament, as the first free throw from Hassan Drame is knocked down. It's a 3-point St. Peter's lead in Philadelphia. 15:43 to go in the game, and the second free throw drops in as well. 4-point advantage. Oh, and that ball knocked out for a second, recovered by Hunter. No field goals in the last 4.5 minutes for the Boilermakers. In possession now is Hunter. 0 for 6 is Purdue this half from the field. Now it's Williams. He only has 3 to shoot. Williams behind the back move, passes it off way out, and it's a 3-pointer. That's an air ball from Martin. A shot clock violation. An air ball from Ivy, I should say. And the St. Peter's crowd is fired up right now. This defense from St. Peter's is just next level. Extraordinary stuff. I mean, Purdue couldn't even get inside the 3-point line on that possession. Here's Matthew Lee for the Peacocks. Lee drives inside, lays it in, but the basket won't count. There was a foul called beforehand on the floor against Purdue. A reminder that next weekend it'll be the NCAA 2022 men's basketball Final Four from New Orleans, April 2nd and 4th. I do plan on calling one of the Final Four games as well as the national championship a week from Monday. Should be a fun weekend in New Orleans. Oh, and the referee on this near side claiming that the St. Peter's player stepped out of bounds. It's a bit of a delayed call. Let's see. Oh, there it was. Yeah, that's actually a good call by the official. Eddard ran out of bounds before coming back in to receive the inbounds pass. He can't be the first to touch it in that scenario when you're restarting a play on an inbounds pass. So this is actually a good call by the official. Here is Ivy. Ivy has it stripped away. Another steal by St. Peter's, and drawing the foul is Fousseyni Drame. A frustrating second half so far for Purdue. And what a great steal by Fousseyni Drame. And Purdue is going to call a timeout. They've turned the ball over 13 times. The St. Peter's faithful is fired up inside Wells Fargo Center. 90 miles down the road from St. Peter's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 14:37 left in the half. The Peacocks up by 4, looking for another upset bid. Meanwhile, Kansas Providence will return from the half in about 5 minutes' time. This might be the most low-scoring game of the tournament. It's 26-17 at the break. Maybe not. Maybe there was one other game that was more low-scoring. Not entirely sure. But either way, it has been poor shooting through the first 20 minutes of this game. So we'll see if the second half is a difference. I expect it to be. I'd be shocked if the second half plays out similar to how it did in the first half. So I'll step aside for a moment. Second half moments away between Providence and Kansas. But when I return, it's back out to St. Peter's and Purdue. St. Peter's up by 4. Welcome back in. A reminder that just 2 weeks from now, it's the Masters. April 9th and 10th will be the final 2 rounds of the prestigious golf tournament from Augusta. Meanwhile, here in the St. Peter's Purdue game, no field goals for Purdue in the last 5.5 minutes, still awaiting their first field goal of the half with 14:30 left in the game. It's St. Peter's up by 4 with the ball. That's knocked loose, and it's off of St. Peter's, Purdue basketball. So a good defensive effort there by Eric Hunter, who ultimately forces the turnover. Purdue get it into Trayvon Williams. 12 made field goals, but 13 turnovers tonight for Purdue. Oh, that's a great move. Getting inside and laying it in was Jaden Ivey. And finally, Purdue tally their first field goal the first half of the second half, I should say. Oh, what a move. Crossing up the defender was Murray, and now the layup a bit too strong. Purdue now in transition, down by 2. Stefanovic launches the 3 short. Offensive rebound by Ivey. Ivey will get it to Williams. Williams working his way down low and puts it in for 2. The score level at 37 apiece. 4 points on 2 of 6 shooting for Williams. We've had 7 ties, 9 lead changes in this one. It's been a roller coaster. This is Eddert, top of the key. Eddert driving into the lane, rejected by Williams. Now it's Jaden Ivey over to Stefanovic. Guarded top of the key by Eddert. Spin move and a foul called on the floor. It's a battle here for a spot in the Elite Eight, and it's been a fun one to watch. Back and forth these two teams have gone. This will be inbounded from the baseline. It finds Williams. Williams, tough shot, got it to go. Things are going his way the last few possessions, and Purdue's back in front, 6 unanswered points. This is Jalen Murray. Murray to Eddert. Now Dasher. He nearly lost it. Hassan Drame to the corner. 3-pointer off the mark by Fousseyni Drame. It's a good look as the Drame brothers linked up. Couldn't convert, and meanwhile, it's Williams who puts it in again. He's taking over right now. He has Purdue's last 6 points and a timeout called by St. Peter's. 11:53 to go, and Purdue turns a 4-point deficit into a 4-point lead. Back with more from Philadelphia in a moment. How about Trayvon Williams, the big man, taking over, dominating the paint. No one can stop him right now. It's the Boilermakers by 4 in a close one from Philly. Meanwhile, I'll head back over to that Providence, Kansas game because they are returning to the half as we speak. Both teams have emerged from the locker rooms, and we're ready to get the second half started. A 26-17 advantage for the Kansas Jayhawks, the lone 1 seed remaining in the tournament. Thanks, everyone, for tuning into the broadcast tonight. A pleasure, as always. And nothing quite beats March Madness. I don't know, Adam. I wouldn't say St. Peter's in trouble. I think they'll be all right. 4-point game. It's a game of runs. I mean, what we've had 7 lead changes in that game, if I'm not mistaken. So I wouldn't panic too much if I was St. Peter's, as we're underway here in the second half between Providence and Kansas. And a quick offensive foul called against Kansas. All that took was 12 seconds. Scoring leaders for Kansas, it's Remy Martin with 13. For Providence, it's Al Durham with 7. I still have faith in St. Peter's, Adam. There's still a lot of time left in that game. I still have faith in them. Bounce pass by Durham. And now with it is Watson. Watson in the post, spins around and puts it in. The right-handed finish to make it 26-19. Watson has 6 points tonight. Now Wilson over to Brown. Brown outside to Harris. Harris kicks out again. Wilson, good look. The 3 no good. And the rebound by Providence. Justin Manaya has it. Durham finding AJ Reeves. Reeves ahead for Watson. Watson spin move. The turnaround shot won't go. And it's last touched by Kansas. It's staying with Friars. And Providence, right out of the halftime break, doing just what they needed to do. This is what I said. The first 4 minutes of the second half, crucial for Providence. And you can tell they just have more energy, are winning all the 50-50 balls. And here we go, a 7-point game, and they have possession. Here is Reeves. Step back triple. No. Rebound collected by Wilson. He'll pass it ahead. Brown tries to bank it in. No good, but a foul called against Providence. So Christian Brown at the line for 2. He's been averaging 13.5 points in this NCAA tournament. With that free throw converted, he's got just 3 tonight so far. Make that 4. 2 for 2 is Brown, and it's a 28-19 Kansas lead. Here's Al Durham into the front court. And it was deflected off of Providence. And so the Friars turn it over. A short-lived possession. Let's see what the heck happened here. Oh, yeah, it was knocked from behind and touched AJ Reeves last. It's a good call by the officials. 4th turnover by Providence. Kansas has 6. What's good, Vaughn? Welcome in. Here's a triple no good. Offensive rebound collected by Lightfoot. And a foul against the Friars. Good to see you, Vaughn. A reminder that the NCAA 2022 Women's Final Four will take place April 1st and 3rd in Minneapolis. Look at the 3-point shooting from both teams. Providence 1 for 14. Kansas not too much better, 2 for 12. Inbounds pass finds Lightfoot. Now here's Jawan Harris. Harris driving right side. Layup goes in. He got the roll. It's an 11-point Kansas lead. Harris has 4 points. What will be my reaction if Ukraine makes the World Cup? What do you mean, what will be my reaction? I don't know. I'll be happy for them. That would be awesome for them. I don't know what you want me to say. Oh, that's good. Al Durham with the and 1. Off the glass and in, plus the foul, and he will head to the free throw line. Chance at a traditional 3-point play. Do I know someone who is watching the women's March Madness tournament? Not necessarily. No. I mean, I've been checking out some of the games. I'm pulling for UConn since, they're in New England. But no, I mean, yeah, it's a good tournament, but no offense to them, but I enjoy the men's March Madness more just because there's more upsets. As that layup is good. I feel like the men's tournament has the potential for much more upsets than the women's tournament. Plus, doesn't help that the women's tournament is right when the men's tournament's taking place. There's games in that tournament going on at the same time, which doesn't really help them. Here's a three from the right wing, no good by Justin Minaya. Kansas up by 11, trying to extend that lead here. And losing the handle was Agbaji. He recovered nicely as Wilson finds Harris. Harris to the right wing with Wilson. Wilson, right side. The layup no good, but a foul against Watson. With 16:20 to go, Watson heading to the free throw line. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight. This has been a fantastic tournament so far. It never disappoints. March Madness. Year in, year out, it delivers. Wilson's first free throw is good. He's averaging 11 points this season, shooting about 49%. He goes 2 for 2 at the line here, and it's a 13-point Kansas lead. Providence needing an answer as the Jayhawks have their largest lead yet in this game. With it now is Justin Minaya. Pass inside. Korschler spins around and lays it in for 2. 11-point ball game. Nicely done by Horschler, and that was actually his first points of the game. With it now is Ochai Agbaji. Wilson driving inside, can't finish, and the rebound collected by Minaya. Bynum had his pass deflected out. No, it was thrown out, and Ed Cooley, the Providence coach, not too happy about that. We reached the under-16 media timeout here in the second half. It's Kansas leading Providence 34-23 with 15:27 to go. All right, let's head back, shall we, to that Purdue-St. Peter's game. This game has been a doozy. 8 ties, 10 lead changes. It's Purdue up by 2, 47-45 with just under 9 minutes to go in the game. And here's a chance for St. Peter's. Shot no good. A couple of putbacks off the mark, and Purdue maintain the lead. Here they come. Corner 3. It is no good. Offensive rebound, and Edey finishes. 49-45, Purdue by 4. Edey has 9 points on 4 of 5 shooting. This is Dasher. Outside, Banks fakes the 3. Good ball movement here by the Peacocks. And a foul called on the floor against Purdue. Stefanovic guilty this time. Edey, just such a tall guy. That must be ridiculously hard to defend. 8 minutes remaining. St. Peter's down by 4. Lee goes to the corner. Good look from 3, off the mark. The miss there by Banks. Purdue will slow it down here on offense. Ivy lobs it inside for Edie, but it actually nicked the rim and it's stolen by St. Peter's. On the move, the reverse layup off the mark and a hard foul down low as Fousseyni Drame hit the deck. He appears to be okay. 7:34 to play in Philadelphia. St. Peter's down by 4. It's been a battle between the Peacocks and the Boilermakers as St. Peter's looks to continue this unbelievable Cinderella run. 4-point game. They'll head to a timeout. I'll step aside for a quick moment. Back with more after this. Stick around. All right, welcome back in, everybody. So it's 49-45. St. Peter's trailing Purdue in that other game. Winner of that game will play the winner of North Carolina UCLA. That game tipping off at approximately 9:39 Eastern Time. But meanwhile, I'll head back to Providence, Kansas for now, as the three-point shooting for the Friars has been a big issue from the start, and it hasn't improved one bit. In fact, just one three-pointer made the entire night, and that has hurt them significantly. 1 for 15 in this game after going 8 of 22 in the opening round, 12 of 22 in the last round. A different story tonight. Kansas has possession. Kansas only shooting 36% from the field, but Providence 24%. Brown over to his teammate Remy Martin. Now down low, it's Lightfoot turning around, can't finish, but a collision down low, and Wilson was fouled, so Kansas will keep possession. There was a little bump from behind there by Ed Crosswell. Pass finds Lightfoot. He'll hand it off to Remy Martin. Martin double team, finds the open Lightfoot, who flushes it down with both hands. And it's a 13-point Kansas lead. We haven't had a single lead change in this game, and Kansas tied for their biggest lead of the night right now. This is Horschler. Contested three-pointer, in and out. That was AJ Reeves with the attempt, but the three-point shooting struggles continue. Now Martin for the Jayhawks. Martin into the paint, kicks out. Drive here, and Wilson denied. A nice block there by the Friars. Here they come in transition. From coast to coast, no foul called. A clean block as Al Durham was denied. Providence win it right back. And here's the Euro step move and a foul drawn by Reeves. He will head to the free throw line. Wow, that was quite a sequence. Couple of important free throws now for AJ Reeves. First one drops in. Hasn't been the best free throw shooting night either for Providence. Reeves with 3 points on 1 of 7 shooting. He's 0 for 6 from 3. He'll make the second. 36-25, Kansas in front. Yeah, Providence 4 of 8 at the line. Kansas, meanwhile, 4 of 4. Haven't been many fouls in this one. Here's Wilson. Wilson threw it away. Martin wasn't expecting the pass, and it's turned over by the Jayhawks. Yeah, that's not a turnover you want to have if you're Kansas. You can't make any mistakes like that. That could very well invite Providence back into the game. Still within reach for the Friars, who trail by 11. An off the ball foul called, I believe, against Martin. We'll check that. Horchler, Durham, Bynum have been the three leading tournament scorers, all from Providence. But except for Durham, it's been a pretty quiet night for all of them. And that is good down low. Providence making a single digit deficit, a 9-point game, and the Providence fans making their voices heard right now. 36-27, Martin launches a triple, no good, and the rebound collected by Providence. Here comes Durham. Screen set, bounce pass into the lane. Horchler inside. Horchler will not finish, but he'll get his own rebound. He leaves it for his teammate. Layup no good. The putback no good. And finally, Kansas collects the rebound. Wow. And now at the other end, an offensive foul called against Wilson. Wow. This game has gotten quite wild. 12:39 to go. It's Providence basketball. My, oh my, folks. And then at the other end, Wilson with the Euro step move, and defender was set. Rightly an offensive foul called. Here's Crosswell for the Friars. He hands it off. This is Minaya. Minaya bounce pass inside. The layup, good! Once again, it's Crosswell who delivers. 36-29, and a timeout called by Kansas. The Friars finally coming alive. It's a 7-point game in Chicago. All right, let's head back to the St. Peter's Purdue game, which is an even more exciting game at the moment. Purdue up by 1, and Williams at the line for Purdue. He knocks down the free throw, so he just had an and one. It's 54-52 Purdue with 5:50 remaining. St. Peter's has two players in foul trouble. Both Ndefo and Rupert have 4 fouls, one more for either of them, and they're done. And we've got a foul called against Purdue as Eddard was the one who went down. Appears to be okay. Let's see what happened here. Oh, yeah, just got tripped down low by Purdue's Eric Hunter. So with 5:37 to go, St. Peter's in the bonus. So Eddard heads to the line for a 1-and-1. He's an 88.5% free throw shooter on the season, 2 for 2 so far tonight at the line. And he misses. Wow. A rare miss from Eddard at the line. He makes 9 out of every 10 free throws on average about, but he misses that one. That could be costly. Purdue has the rebound and now take it the other way. Ivy, nice find, and the reverse layup good. Travion Williams with the finish. It's a 4-point Purdue lead. And behind the play, a St. Peter's player appears to be down. Nope, I beg your pardon. Nope, that was not a St. Peter's player. As a three's on the way, short offensive rebound by Eddard. Matthew Lee resets the offense. 12 on the shot clock now for the Peacocks. Lee, bounce pass to Eddard. Eddard drives inside. The layup won't go. It rolled out, and Purdue will take it the other way. That was a good opportunity, a good look for Eddard, just couldn't convert. This is Travion Williams. Williams denied. What a block there by Clarence Rupert. Remember, he's on 4 fouls, so he has to play extremely carefully on defense. He'll now be subbed off with 4:23 to go. And Defo and Banks have checked back in for St. Peter's. Oh, and wow, losing the handle there was Jaden Ivey. And the Boilermakers turn it over. Yeah, he just lost the handle there with his left hand. 15 Purdue turnovers tonight. That's something. Here is Eddard. Bounce pass to Ndefo. Pass to the baseline. Knocked out of play. It'll stay with the Peacocks. 19 on the shot clock. And it will be Matthew Lee to inbound. St. Peter's has made just one of its last 7 field goal attempts. Lee to Eddard. Catch and shoot 3. He was bumped. 3 free throws coming up for Eddard. That is huge right there. And the Purdue coach, Matt Painter, can't believe it. Yeah, that's an easy call, no doubt about it. The whistle against Stefanovic. And Eddard with 3 huge free throws right here. That's the 4th foul against Sasha Stefanovic. And the first free throw buried by Eddard. He's been putting on a show this tournament. Second free throw, good as well. He goes 3 for 3, and it's a 1-point ball game. 56-55 Purdue leads with 4 minutes remaining. This crowd is into it, to say the least. Eric Hunter in possession for the Boilermakers. Now finds Ivy. Over to Gillis. That ball tipped and a foul called against St. Peter's. So there'll be 2 free throws coming up. 3:42 remaining. It's 56-55. Purdue leads a nail biter. A game coming down to the wire as St. Peter's tries to become the first ever 15 seed to make it to the Elite 8. And that foul was against Ndefo, so he is done, folks. That's the 5th foul, and Defo's fouled out. A huge blow for St. Peter's. Back with more in this one after a quick break. Welcome back, everybody. As there's 11:36 remaining in the Providence Kansas game, and it's just a 6 point lead now for Kansas, 37-31. Providence crawling their way back into this game. The winner of this one will take on the winner of Miami against Iowa State. That game to tip off at approximately 9:59 Eastern Time. Battle of two double-digit seeds in the Sweet 16. Don't worry, I'm getting back out to St. Peter's and Purdue in a moment. They're still in a timeout, but I promise you I'll get you out to the final couple minutes of that one. I'm just intrigued also by the comeback Providence is making right now. Ed Crosswell at the line for the Friars, and he knocks down the free throw. He has Providence's last 7 points, and it's a 5-point game in Chicago. 37-32. And Providence as a team, a plus 7 point differential when Ed Crosswell is on the court. Here's a pass inside, knocked away and stolen. The takeaway there by Justin Minaya. Providence looking for an answer. A 9-1 run for the Friars with about 11 minutes left in this game. With it now is Horschler. Horschler passes it off. Reeves deep two, can't hit. And Kansas has the rebound. Here comes Remy Martin for Kansas. Martin will pass it into McCormick, who has no points so far, but that could change here as a foul is called down low. And heading to the line is McCormick. So he'll shoot two. 10:44 remaining. McCormick's averaging 8 points in this NCAA tournament, but as I mentioned, none so far tonight. Can change that right now, and he does. First free throw, knocked down. Both free throws are good, and Kansas restores a 7-point lead. 39-32, approaching the midway point of the second half. And here's a drive inside. It's good. The layup converted there. What's good, Braulio? Welcome in, man. I'm doing well. Hope everything's been well with yourself. Now Kansas looking for an answer. They don't get it. The jumper short by Wilson. Flying at the other end is Durham. Kicks to the corner. Horschler. Got it! The three-pointer's good, and Providence is within two. The Friar faithful is rocking this place here at the United Center in Chicago. Midway point of the second half, it's a 14-3 Providence run, but Kansas answers the call as McCormick puts it in for two. 41-37. This is turning into a fun one. Oh, no problem, Braulio. You had a couple flights out of town. No worries, man. Hope soccer's going well, man. Horschler, another three. He's got it again, and he is catching fire from downtown. Providence makes it a 1-point game. Now they can't miss from three after they couldn't make a three for their life in the first half. Remy Martin draws the foul. Unbelievable from Noah Horschler, back-to-back triples, and we are in a 1-point game, folks. Unbelievable. Here come the Friars. Ed Cooley fired up more so than anybody else. Kansas is in the bonus, so 1-1 at the line for Remy Martin. And he makes the first. Yeah, I hope those tournaments have been going well, man. I hope it's been going well. Second free throw is missed, so it stays a 2-point Kansas lead, 42-40 with 9 minutes remaining. That was just the second miss for Kansas at the line tonight. They're 8 of 10. With it for Providence is A.J. Reeves. He finds the hot hand in Noah Horchler. Now Minaya. Oh, thinking about the three was Reeves. Instead, it's a spin around fadeaway shot. Left short, rebound by Brown. Remy Martin explodes into the lane and lays it in with the left hand. A 4-point Jayhawks lead. And Martin is now trying to get the bench and the crowd fired up. He's got 16 points for Kansas. Now it's Durham. Durham cross-court pass collected by Minaya. Reeves will swing it along the perimeter to Al Durham. 10 on the shot clock for Providence. Durham, tough shot, got it to go. From the baseline, he gets the roll. It's back to a 2-point game. 44-42 Kansas. Durham has 13 points for the Friars. Now it's Martin on the left wing, guarded tightly by Durham. Martin, deep two. No. Defensive rebound collected by Horchler. This is Durham for Providence. Behind the back dribble. Durham will take it up top. Now it's in the far corner with A.J. Reeves. Reeves, foul down low. All right, let's get out to the final 2 minutes of the St. Peter's Purdue game. It's a 2-point game between Kansas and Providence. It's a 2-point game between St. Peter's and Purdue. St. Peter's leading. That shot no good by Williams, and it's a foul against Purdue. Wow, that's unbelievable. 1:43 left. It's St. Peter's ball with 1:43 to go. I appreciate that a lot, Braulio. I appreciate that a lot, man. You're too kind. Wow, St. Peter's up by 2 here after a bucket by Daryl Banks. And with that foul against Purdue, it's 2 free throws for St. Peter's. Hassan Drame knocks down the first. Both teams in the bonus plus. And if I'm not mistaken, while I was over at the Kansas Providence game, Edey fouled out. Second free throw drops in for Drame. It's a 61-57 St. Peter's lead. A number 15 seed has never reached the Elite Eight in the history of mankind. That could change tonight, but still 90 seconds to go. This is Williams for Purdue. Williams defended tightly, can't hit, rebound fought for, and a foul against St. Peter's. Hitting the deck was Mason Gillis, and the whistle on Fusani. Yeah, on Fusani Drame, I believe. Nope, it was on the other Drame brother, Hassan. So that's on Hassan Drame. 2 free throws for Mason Gillis. 2 huge free throws right here. He's an 82.4% free throw shooter this season, 4 for 4 so far tonight. And he makes the first one. No, it's not done yet, Adam. It is not done yet. This game is far from over. A minute 23 is a long time here, my friend. Both free throws good. It's a 2-point game. St. Peter's leading Purdue 61-59. Here is Daryl Banks. Banks over to Hassan Drame. Banks again, looking for options, finds Eddard. Back it comes to Banks with 10 to shoot. Into the lane he goes. Tough shot. No good. Offensive rebound. Back up top, and St. Peter's will bleed some more clock. 52 seconds left. Eddard to Hassan Drame. Now Banks will pass it off to Lee. 3 seconds left. Lee gets knocked down to the floor and a foul called against Purdue. Wow. There were 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And that possession will pay off for St. Peter's as long as they can make it count at the line here. Heading to the stripe is Matthew Lee for 2 shots. I know, Jeffrey, Providence game is a very close one now. This game's a close one. This is March Madness. And the first free throw knocked down by Matthew Lee. A chance to make it a 2-possession game. And he does. Matthews 2 for 2, 63-59. St. Peter's leads it. Purdue gets into the front court and immediately calls a timeout. 38.1 seconds to go. St. Peter's leading Purdue 63-59. Unbelievable here. Purdue need a big possession here. They'll talk it over during the timeout. Let's just quickly check in on that Providence-Kansas game before I flip back in 30 seconds. And it is 46-44 Kansas. A 2-point game with under 7 minutes left in this one. Wilson has 11 points, by the way, for Kansas now. He just got a basket. It was a tie game. 15th career double-double, by the way, for Wilson. His second straight game with a double-double. Shot clock winding down for Providence. And they get the basket to go. How about that from Al Durham? He has 15 points, and the score is tied at 46. Kansas looking for an answer. This is McCormick. McCormick defended tightly, but a foul called against Watson. 6:10 to go in that one, as I'm now heading back to Purdue St. Peter's. 63-59, St. Peter's leads. St. Peter's 2 timeouts left. Purdue has 1. Both teams in the bonus plus. It's Purdue ball, and the possession arrow is also in Purdue's favor, by the way. So 38 seconds to go. St. Peter's 38 seconds away from becoming the first ever 15 seed to make it all the way to the Elite Eight. But it's not done yet, folks. It's not done yet. Inbounding here for Purdue will be Sasha Stefanovic. Purdue hasn't had a field goal in the last 4 minutes, 39 seconds. A significant drought at just the wrong time. It's inbounded to Eric Hunter. Now Jaden Ivey. Ivey drives to the cup, kicks to the corner, 3-pointer, no good, offensive rebound, and Gillis puts it in. A 2-point game with 25.8 seconds left. A huge offensive rebound and putback by Gillis. And a timeout called by St. Peter's. It's not done yet. 63-61, St. Peter's leads. They'll have the ball after this timeout with 25.8 seconds to go. Wow. All right, and just quickly checking back into that Providence-Kansas game. 5:32 left, and it's Providence who has the lead. 48-47, Providence in front. What a second half comeback here by the Friars. The last basket by Horschler. Unbelievable. These 2 games are just fantastic. Meanwhile, they're just about back from the timeout between St. Peter's and Purdue, as both teams break the huddle. And Purdue will obviously first try to get a steal, which would be best case scenario for them. If they can't get the steal right away, they will likely foul shortly thereafter. We've had 10 ties, 15 lead changes in this game. Oh, man, and it was nearly stolen, but Matthew Lee keeps the dribble alive and finds Eddard. Eddard Still with it. Now Banks has it. Purdue has to foul, and they finally do with 14.6 seconds to go. Eric Hunter committing the foul and two huge free throws here for St. Peter's. At the line is Daryl Banks for the Peacocks. He makes the first. A 3-point game, and if he makes this next one, it'll be back to a 2-possession lead. The pivotal second free throw. Got it! A swoosh from Daryl Banks. 65-61. Purdue needs a quick three. Ivy, triple on the way. Got it! Jaden Ivey with a swoosh from downtown. It's not done yet. A 1-point game with 8 seconds remaining. It's inbounded to Lee. Lee gets out of trouble finding Eddard, and Eddard fouled at half court with 4.1 seconds to go. Wow. What a three there from Jaden Ivey. They needed it, and he got it. A swoosh from long range. That was way out, too, from Jaden Ivey. And now, huge free throws for Eddard at the stripe. He makes the first. 66-64, St. Peter's leads. Purdue out of timeouts. The second free throw is huge, and Eddard converts. It's a 3-point game. Purdue needs a 3 to tie it. Ivy up the floor, pulls up from way downtown. No good! St. Peter's on to the Elite Eight. The miracle has been achieved. And for the first time in history, a 15 seed is going to the Elite Eight of the NCAA tournament. 67-64, the St. Peter's Peacocks continue their Cinderella run and knock out the 3-seed Purdue. The party is just getting started back on campus. And the small school from Jersey City, New Jersey is against all odds heading to the Elite Eight of the 2022 NCAA men's basketball tournament. A magical run that no one could have seen coming in their wildest dreams. Ivy's three nearly was good. It was not too far off the front of the rim, off the backboard, and no good. And St. Peter's is dancing into the Elite Eight. The Kentucky win was one thing. The Murray State thing was another thing. And this Purdue win is just something magical. More than magical. It's no fluke. This St. Peter's team many didn't even know this school existed before the tournament began. And they've put themselves on the map and have done more than that here in this tournament. Unreal scenes as St. Peter's advances in their one win away from going to the Final Four. Absolutely magical stuff. And this is what makes March Madness so great. Stories like this. I'll let you guys listen in to the interview with head coach Shaheen Holloway.
I got guys that just play basketball. So you're not any of those things. What are you then? Off to the deleting.
Wow. Great stuff from Shaheen Holloway and the rest of the St. Peter's team. Crashing the interview there, and deservedly so. They are dancing to the Elite Eight. I still can't believe it. Yeah, Jeffrey, this game is all over. St. Peter's has won. It's truly remarkable. Wow. And this is why you have to love March Madness. St. Peter's, a look at the updated bracket, will stay in Philadelphia for an extra couple of days and await the winner of North Carolina UCLA. That game tipping off at approximately 9:59 Eastern Time. That game will be Sunday, and Coach Holloway said it. What are you going to say now? You can't count them out. Purdue just absolutely stunned, as have been the last two opponents of St. Peter's, Murray State and Kentucky. It's unreal. It's special. And St. Peter's continue to shock everybody. Great scenes back on campus in the St. Peter's gym. The guys are celebrating in the locker room. Can't imagine what it feels like for these guys. It's already a memory that will live forever for these guys. But it just keeps getting better and better. It must feel like a dream, but no, it's reality. St. Peter's on to the Elite Eight of the NCAA tournament. They knock off Purdue 67-64 in a nail-biter. And St. Peter's will play in the Elite Eight on Sunday against either North Carolina or UNC. All right. Well, that will wrap up my coverage of that game between St. Peter's and Purdue. The rest of this broadcast will be dedicated to Providence, Kansas. It's currently 54-50 Kansas, Jeffrey. So yeah, Kansas up by 4. This could be a close one coming down to the wire as a foul is called against Cresswell. He reached in there on McCormick. And McCormick will have 2 free throws. Kansas already in the bonus plus. And here are the free throws. David McCormick, a 76% free throw shooter on the season. He's 3 of 4 at the line tonight. And he misses the first attempt. Look at the foul trouble. Watson and Cresswell both have 4 for Providence. Durham has 3. McCormick has 4 for Kansas. And Brown has 3 meanwhile. McCormick goes 1 for 2. It's Kansas up 55-50 with 3.5 minutes to play. Passed out by Al Durham. This is Jared Bynum. Bynum drives, pulls up from the free throw line, maybe partially blocked. It didn't even make it to the rim. And now Kansas will slow it down on offense. Oh, you're not at your home now? Gotcha, Jeffrey. Well, I got you covered for the rest of this one. Oh, there's the alley-oop and a two-handed flush by Ochai Agbaji. My, oh my. That was monstrous. And Kansas has a 57-50 lead. Providence call a timeout, and wow. Brown to Agbaji. A Showtime dunk. Kansas up by 7. Back after the break. And welcome back in, everybody. That last basket by Kansas was a big one. Agbaji getting way up for the two-handed flush off the alley-oop by Brown. My, oh my, that was nasty. All right, very good, Jeffrey, very good. 2:55 to play in this one. Kansas on a 10-2 scoring run at the moment. And you have the feeling that this right here is a must-score possession for the Friars. It's inbounded by Horschler. Into the front court goes A.J. Reeves for the Friars. Reeves spins off a defender. Couple of passes, and the three is good. It's A.J. Reeves with a triple, and Providence makes it a 4-point game. Well, I said they had to get a basket there. They not only did that, but got a three. After going 1 for 13 from three in the first half, they're 3 of 7 here in the second half. 9 points for Reeves. Here's a spin move inside. Wilson unable to finish. Great defense by Providence. And here they come the other way. Slowing down is Durham. Durham along the baseline, defended tightly by Remy Martin. Durham puts it up, can't bake it home, and Martin has the rebound. We're inside the final 2 minutes from Chicago. 4 ties, 2 lead changes. Kansas at 1 point in this half, led by 13 points. Martin into the paint, kicks to the right wing with Wilson. Shot clock at 10. 5 to shoot. Martin fouled on the three, and that could be a costly foul there for Providence. With 92 seconds remaining, 3 free throws coming up for Remy Martin. Foul against Al Durham. And Martin will miss the first of 3 shots. Nervous fans on both sides here at the United Center. Martin, 79.2% free throw shooter this season. He rattles home the second. Last attempt of 3. And he goes 2 for 3. 59-53, Kansas up by 6. Providence has Watson, Durham, and Crosswell all in foul trouble. They all have 4 fouls. That corner 3 won't go. The miss by Durham. And Kansas has no reason to rush here. Martin will set up the offense. 1:10 to play in Chicago. Now a minute left. Pass into the paint. McCormick can't hit. Rebound by Providence. They need to have it here. Durham driving inside. Great feed down low and the flush by Watson. It's a 4-point game with 48 seconds to go. 59-55. It's inbounded to Brown. Now McCormick. Oh, and they foul Martin. They tried to foul McCormick, who's not a very good free throw shooter. But instead, it's Martin who heads to the line. 2 shots for him with 43 seconds to play. Martin 3 of 5 at the line tonight. 43 seconds exactly remaining in this game. He misses the first. Maybe the pressure getting to Martin a little bit here down the stretch. Providence will make a change. In comes Jared Bynum. Looks like Watson will be the one to make way. And a timeout called. 59-55. It's Kansas by 4, but this game's not done yet. Back for the final 43 seconds next. Welcome back in. The game reset. Kansas up by 4. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Providence now out of timeouts. Kansas already in the bonus plus. 8 fouls against Kansas. So Providence still just in the bonus. And fun fact, there's never been an Elite 8 without a number 1 seed since seeding began in 1979. Of course, the other 3 number 1 seeds in this tournament are already out. And it would be just unreal if Kansas was to bow out here in this one. They're looking to be in good shape right now, but you never know down the stretch. Yeah, they are in a bit of trouble right now. We'll see. We'll see how the final 43 seconds go, Adam. As Martin will have one more timeout. It's not done yet, Adam. Come on, man. Martin 3 of 6 now on the day at the free throw line. It's a big one right here, and he makes it. 5-point game, and Providence seemingly needing a 3. I mean, a 2 would maybe make do, but let's see. Oh, wow. Durham nearly walked. That was close. He'll find Reeves. Reeves over to Horschler. A 3-pointer on the way. It's an air ball. Out of bounds. Kansas will have it with 26 seconds remaining. And that might just about do it. Timeout now called by Kansas. I'll tell you what. Durham was looking for Reeves. Reeves didn't cut back towards him. Yeah, Durham thought Reeves was going to tee up for the shot. Miscommunication error. And I'll tell you what, if Reeves had looked to get the pass there, he would have had an open shot, I believe, from the top of the key. Man, that's a killer. Yeah, that's a tough one right there to take for Providence. There is an official review taking place. Not sure what that's about. Oh, they're seeing if that shot by Horschler was potentially blocked and if it should actually be Providence ball. I don't know if it was touched by Brown. Let's see. They're showing another replay. Yeah, clearly it was not. And they're also looking at the clock. It looks like they'll add 1 second on. They'll add 1.6 on, actually. So 27.6 seconds remaining. The Kansas fans can breathe a sigh of relief right now. Trying to finish off the job here. It'll be Christian Brown to inbound. They get it into Martin, and he's fouled right away by A.J. Reeves. So once again, Martin with a trip to the free throw line for Kansas. He has a smile on his face. He and the rest of his teammates know that they're on the verge of making it to the Elite Eight. Two very close games. Last round against Creighton and here in the Sweet 16 against Providence. But it looks like they're going to get the job done. Another miss, though, by Martin at the line. There's a camera in the locker room of Miami. They're watching the game on a TV there in the hallway anyways. They're just about set, ready to warm up once they saw themselves on TV smiling for the camera. Second free throw is good, 61-55. Durham inside, the layup good with 19.7 to go. Providence makes it a 4-point game. Martin gets out of a triple team and the foul called against Justin Minaya. 16.3 to play as Martin heads to the line again. And Martin gets the first one to go. He's 6 of 10 at the line tonight. Hasn't been great, but it should be enough. He gets both. 63-57, Kansas up by 6. 15 seconds left. Durham across half court. Durham fouled on the 3. Well, how about that? Martin whistled for the foul, and this game's not done until that clock hits 0. Yeah, Martin put his arm across the body of Durham. And so 3 shots here for Durham, in which he makes the first. What's up, Lauren? Glad to see you here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Your UCLA Bruins face St. Peter's if you win tonight against North Carolina. That is correct. Yep. Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a tough matchup against North Carolina first and foremost tonight. And then, yeah, if you guys do get the win, that would be quite the matchup against St. Peter's. I mean, no one can go against St. Peter's now. Can count them out, I should say. As apparently there is a review taking place. I think it was about the clock. Currently 63-58 Kansas in front. And still 2 more free throws to go here for Al Durham at the line. He's an 84.4% free throw shooter on the season, 3 of 5 tonight. And he misses the second. Ooh, that's a big miss right there. Third attempt, good. 63-59, but it stays a 2-possession game with that miss. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Adam's a great guy. There's the inbounds pass. Martin fouled, and Sorry, this time it's not Martin. It's Wilson fouled, and free throws for him with 9.1 seconds left. First free throw, a swish from Wilson. And here comes the second attempt with 9.1 seconds left. It's good. 65-59. Here's a drive quickly and laid in by Al Durham. That'll make it 65-61 with 4.2 seconds left. Providence can't get the steal. Martin's fouled. 2 free throws for him with 3.2 seconds left. And the reality sinking in for the Providence players, particularly the seniors. And Martin goes 1 for 2, a 5-point game, and that will do it. Kansas comes out on top. Providence with a great fight, but a poor first half really came back to hurt them. The opportunity was there for the Friars, but instead it's Kansas who notched their 2,354th all-time win, which is officially the most wins in Division I basketball history. That's right, Adam. That is right. Well, 66-61, the final score here in Kansas. The lone number 1 seed left escapes this one. I mean, I shouldn't say escape. They were in control for the most part, but it was a close game for a while. And in the second half, down the stretch, and in the end, it's Kansas who gets the job done. Providence's season unfortunately comes to a close. What a season it was for the Big East regular season champions. Kansas now await the winner of the Iowa State-Miami game. That will be the Elite Eight matchup on Sunday. And the Kansas fans can finally celebrate. There were plenty of nerves, I'm sure, towards the end. Here are the thoughts of both Remy Martin and head coach Bill Self.
Just kept fighting. What did you learn about your team when they were able to pull away once Providence took that lead?
We didn't make many plays the second half, but we made enough. And we got to the free throw line. We didn't shoot a free throw the first half, so we got to the free throw line. And except at the end, that was actually a good thing for us. But, you know, we didn't play well, but in large part because they played so well. And the lid came off the basket for them the second half. We just kind of had to hang in there and grind it out.
Still heading to the Elite Eight, and now Kansas is the program with the most wins in the NCAA. What does that mean to you?
It'll probably be more later on. I don't think we had a lot to do with what happened in 1929 or 1928. But these guys have competed really hard for a long time. But what it really means is we get to play one more game.
Thanks, Coach. Remy, let me go to you. I asked Coach at halftime what it was about you now back-to-back 20-point games in this tournament. It's got to be more than just health.
Yeah, I feel great. And, you know, my teammates have been phenomenal. Just keeping my confidence up throughout the whole year. It's been a difficult year for me injury-wise, but they stuck with me, and that's what family is all about. And so for that, I just try to go out and try to give it my all. They deserve that. And I love Coach and my family.
And you talk about it being a difficult year for you, even this game alone, a difficult game for you guys. Where did that pullback come from? What did you guys talk about to dig back in and take over that lead from this Providence team?
Well, I feel like as a team, we've been battle tested throughout the whole year. We had a lot of close games and a lot of great teams in the Big 12. So to come out today and battle through it just says a lot about our team, a lot about our fight. And, I wouldn't want anybody else on our team but the guys that we have now.
Congratulations, you're headed to the Elite Eight.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, there you hear it from first head coach Bill Self and then Remy Martin, who is the star of the night for Kansas. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. Much appreciated as always. Coming up, it's the 11 seed Iowa State against the 10 seed Miami. It should be a good one. But that will do it for my broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed coverage of both Purdue, St. Peter's, and Providence, Kansas. 2 great games. And how about St. Peter's, folks? They're the story of the night, no matter what happens the rest of the night. First 15 seed of the Elite Eight. Meanwhile, Kansas, the lone 1 seed, survives, defeating Providence 66-61. It's so long for now. I'll see you tomorrow night for Elite Eight action. I'll be on the call for Duke, Arkansas, 8:49 Eastern Time start.